Welcome, you have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be Raising Kanan Season 2. Let's get into it. So, right off the bat, subscribe to the channel, like the video. I wait. Let's go. So, we got Season 2, and it's much needed for stars with the disappointment of P-Valley, how that turn of events with that, but we're looking for Raising Kanan to bring it back for the traffic and the watch retention for stars with Raising Kanan. This episode was more like a filler. These are episodes that you're filling in for, they didn't make a splash on for it to be the first episode of Season 2. It's basically 3 months or 4 months after Season 1 ended, and Kanan was down in Virginia with his Aunt Deb, her kids, and Rod's ready to bring him back home. Meanwhile, Detective Howard, he's recovered from getting shot by Kanan. He's playing like he don't know nothing to the precinct and everybody else because he knows that's his son. And he knows Rod picked Kanan up to do that. So he's pretending like he don't know anything. So he's recovered. So of course he's going to be, still got his eye on Kanan. His partner is pretty much still investigating it. Him getting shot, but weary that he don't really know or whatever. In jail, Unique, who was being framed for his murder, he had a solid alibi. So they let him know in jail that he was going to get out. So by the end of the episode, he was released from jail. Meanwhile, his pull on the streets has been pulled because Rod and them have set up the streets. Basically, if you've seen New Jack City, the Carter in New Jack City, that's basically what Rod's doing. So New Jack City came out like 1990, 1991, and it was Nino Brown. He took over the projects. He turned certain projects into like a whole operation or whatever. And that's what she's doing pretty much. So they taking that straight from New Jack City, bringing it into here, how they turning the projects into like a functional operation. They not doing it on the streets, they doing it in the projects. The people are pretty much afraid of Ra. She bringing Kanan back in the fold. Lou is pretty much trying to tune into the music game. Meanwhile, Marvin is still in his space. He's trying to reconnect with Jupe after what happened. Jupe really not feeling him, but Jupe found some pictures of her mom. And so she's reminiscing about that. So pretty much she'd be looking to find out information about her mom. Meanwhile, you had Symphony and Ra and Kanan meet up. And so they had dialogue, and pretty much Symphony told Ra that Kanan's a good kid. He needs opportunity where he can excel. We all know Ra got her claws in this Kanan and want him to get into the family business pretty much. And so she asked Kanan pretty much like open up to her and tell her. And he expressed to her basically that he didn't want to let her down, but he was having nightmares about what he did to the detective, not knowing that that's his father. And pretty much Ra just dug in deeper and willed him in and let him know like she need him, how much she love him. So he went off of that. So it was a filler episode. So only the other thing that we've seen that was, so you had Jessica who messes with Lou. You know, her brother is famous. She's pushing Lou to get behind Famous' career. Lou, like, he lazy, smoke weed. He talking about he need beats, but he ain't writing. So Lou runs into a young female named Izza that he pretty much hears her singing and pretty much tells her, like, hey, here's my card. Reach out to me. By the end of the episode, he brings her in the studio and you can already see her, the sexual tension with her singing on the track, her looking at Lou. You can already see that's his new love interest. But what you also see is Juke come in where she looking at the artist, where we all know Juke is sing, but nobody's getting behind her career, and she feels slighted. So she could either be looking at Izza, two things, and she's intimately looking at Izza, or she could be looking at why nobody getting behind me. They just want me to be out here or whatever. So you also get to see that Juke wants some history behind her mom. She fell out with her dad. Nobody's getting behind her career because we all know she can sing. Meanwhile, you find out that Jessica and Crown is having sex. And he's telling her with his contacts, he could send her out Cali and she'd be in control of the young talent out there. So they pretty much, he was like, what you think Lou would do if he found out we was doing what we was doing? And she was like, kill you. So pretty much Lou in his own world, they've been going back and forth. So she's just trying to jump on whoever could pair her on. So she was like debating whether she should roll out and go to Cali or not. We pretty much, I think what's going to happen with Jessica, she ended up going to get, she ended up going to get killed. They're going to end up killing Jessica. Lou going to end up killing Jessica. That's what I think what's going to end up happening with her. So that's pretty much the episode. The episode ended with Ra outside of the projects being a queen pin and being a boss, and Detective Howard shows up and they meet face to face. So that was it. A filler episode for the first episode back for season 2. Take it for what you want to take it for. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, like the video, tell me what you think. Till next time.